Alright, hello and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Weekend is pretty light on things to do, so I thought we would do a community flight today. Thought we'd also pop into the now defunct Spirit Airlines. Hopefully those pilots and air crew and everybody else that worked for the company will be able to find new positions in the aviation world. Because as much as I dislike their livery, I mean, there's still a ton of people affected by it, so thought we would fly the Spirit brand to start things off today. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic weekend. And yeah, that's basically it. Wasn't really planning on doing anything else this weekend, but I thought now that everybody's on the same build and it isn't beta or anything like that, everybody can actually join up and physically be here without having to worry about being on a beta or on the public version. So we're back. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic weekend. And yeah, that's that. By the way, I guess this is a community flight, so I'm so used to just doing the testing that we've done the past couple days. I'm in Miami. Kilo, Mike, India, Alpha, KMIA is where we are at for the start of today. Just real, I'm just sitting here. It's like, yeah, it's a community flight. Just randomly find me in the world. Hello, Monorific and AV and Mateo and John. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, that was loud. I was just trying to move. I need to get a new mat for my chair because it is turning into sharp objects. It's not ideal. Got a nice little 717 over here on the left. Let's get some passengers in here as well. Welcome on aboard. And of course, we'll do some touch and goes here just to kind of give people time to file on into the stream. That way we can get as many people into the airport, which is, of course, Kilo, Mike, India, Alpha, Miami, KMIA. Is where we are at to kickstart things off, and we'll kind of go from that. Obviously picked a non-handcrafted airport because we know what happens a lot of the times if you do. We get that WASM crash, so we're trying to avoid all that. Does keyboard mouse not work on PS5? I don't know. Hopefully somebody else that uses that a lot can clarify if it's not doing what it needs to. Oh, I need to turn on the nameplates again because I turned that off for the thumbnail. And let me get my air traffic nameplates back on as well. Hello, Toby. Welcome to the stream. And La Pala, hopefully I pronounced that right. I've been doing short flights and just figured the plane always had sufficient fuel for the predetermined trip. I found out the hard way, and I'm a newbie. If we're talking career mode, yeah, you need to maintain the fuel for sure. And AV, yes, I mean if you're in the bigger aircraft, there's been a degradation on performance, especially with the airliners. Just hoping we can have a relatively smooth stream here. And Almost Aaron, good afternoon to you. Why is it still broken? Because unfortunately they do not do a lot of small hot fixes. I mean, we should get a couple of them. Hopefully a little bit more this time around. But, we'll see. Mouse works. I still haven't tried a keyboard, but mouse works. I was on a trip from Nebraska going south and ran out of fuel. Oh. Well, lessons learned. Gotta pay attention to that fuel gauge. There is, of course, a button that you can select. It's called Repair and Refuel. That you can go into settings and set up. That way, if you need to refuel in the air, you can do so. Yeah, Steve, I thought it was fitting for today. Popping into the Spirit Airlines, which no longer exists as of today. Oh, I was like, an auto throttle must be on. Turn that off. But again, if you're on the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 5 Pro, you will find us at KMIA, Kilo Mike India Alpha, or Miami International Airport. Make sure you're on US East servers and having your players set to all players. By the way, are we live weather here? Let me make sure. We are. Real time as well. Perfect. We're just doing some touch and goes here, giving people opportunity to pop on in. We got Phantom here, and a lot of AI air traffic down there. There were a few people flying around here too before the stream, so I know there's just random players. Do a little pattern work here. Hopefully that helps out for you, Kappa. And Joe, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh, what's going on with the C-17, Randolph? Flying Baghdad, later found my old FOB. But I figured I'd try to land. Gotcha. The draw distance has been shortened again. And Media 407. Good day to you as well. Hopefully you're having a fantastic weekend. And that goes to the 50 of you already stopping on by. Happy to have you here. Again, this is a full-on community flight, so unlike the last couple streams where we're just kind of dancing all over the place, hopping in a bunch of different things, we're back to a regular flight here. I mean, I'm still going to be switching planes. I'm not going to stay in the same thing the whole time. But if you're on PlayStation or PlayStation 5 Pro, we are at Kilo Mike India Alpha, KMIA, for this lovely community flight. Because I thought we would do an official one, just because now that everybody's actually on the same build, it makes it a whole lot easier. Because obviously the last few beta builds we've been doing, you know, people were trying to join and they weren't on the beta and, you know, all that type of stuff. So now it gives everybody an opportunity on the weekend as well to hopefully be able to join on up. If you can't make it today, it's all good. We'll have plenty of community flights in the future. And Marcus, hello, hello, welcome. I mean, I can dive into the C-17 here in a little bit. Is anyone able to fly career mode passenger missions on PS5 since installing SU5? When it loads the missions, it always comes up with memory. So yeah, that's just a major issue with Sim Update 5, unfortunately. Anytime you see that, don't even bother trying to do the mission, just abort it and pick something else. Try to avoid major airports that are handcrafted. That's where you're going to be running into that issue a lot. And Top Ramen, good morning to you as well. You can join right now, DJ. Absolutely. And nice, Savvy. We look forward to having you up in the sky. You flew over my old apartment just a minute ago? Nice. We'll have to make a stop over there. I'm sure the new owners won't mind. We'll just say Top Ramen was living here before. They'll understand. You know, it's always so funny. When F1's here in the States, I'm always confused by it. I'm so used to either staying up really late for it or getting up really early in the morning for it. So it's always funny to hear people talk about F1 at almost 11 o'clock in the morning. No spoilers, please. I'm sure it will be at some point. Someone will be like, oh, I can't believe they won. And I'll be like, okay. It's all good. But we look forward to having you, Efrain. Goodness. Nice, Milkman. Welcome to the stream flight, and Marcus as well. We got Jaden in the sky. We got Smoothest. Very nice. Yeah, King, I've been seeing a lot of reports of that as well, where there's hardly or really any. I still need to look at that. I'll check that out. I meant to do it in yesterday's stream, but was busy dealing with all the other nonsense, so I'll double check the career stuff here. Because is it for every mission type, or is it like VIP or something like that? And Savvy, don't worry about asking questions. If you are popping in here and you want to know the setup or anything like that, just don't be worried about asking. I don't care if I've answered it many times, just ask. But we're on US East servers at KMIA, Kilo Mike India Alpha, Miami International Airport. Is it Taco? I mean, I'm hoping so, because yeah, the YS11 was, for me, unusable. I mean, that 5-second freeze every time since launch was not great. So if you're getting a better experience out of it, that's great.
1,000.
Because, I mean, that was a $15 plane, right? Or was it 20? So it wasn't a cheap plane, so hopefully you finally got that fixed over there. I'm in Arizona, so I suffer with the crazy hours too. Yep. But it's worth it. I love it. And nice top ramen. I mean, if you want to grind for the beluga, it's all good too. I completely understand.
20.
Quite the stuttering going on that landing there. Hey, it's Jed. Welcome, and I don't believe, did I say Jaden? Well, either way, if I did, welcome back. I saw ZX6 as well. Where did they go? Where's ZX6 at? I know I saw that name somewhere. And Skidoo is here. Alright, I'll do one more orbit around, and then we'll just kind of head wherever, really. Not really too particular on where we're going. We might do some island hopping. Maybe we'll go over to the Bahamas or Caribbean. Whatever. Somewhere over there. And yes, if you end up buying a plane from the marketplace, you need to have the amount of credits, because it'll show that in the listing of how many credits you need in order to use it in career mode. Obviously, when you buy it, you can dive right into it in free flight, but with career, you do need to have the credits for it. Where are you finding the liveries? This is a default livery for the A321. This is just part of the sim. Toby, I mean, it's I don't really plan out that far regarding content. It just kind of, if I'm around and available to do one, that's when we just kind of have these spontaneous streams. So, I mean, it's possible, but no guarantee. No Ryanair. The default liveries are Korean Air, Jet2, Spirit. I don't know why I don't know why I forgot all of them now. Pan Am, Wizz Air, S7 Airlines, Aero Mexico. Is it Aero Mexico? I don't know why, I just blanked on all the liveries, but there's a small selection for the airliners. Alaska. United. Sun Country might be available for one plane. I think it might be the 737. Very nice, Blink. Glad you're having a blast with career mode. Getting started with that. Where are you flying? I will join you. James, we're in Miami. Kilo Mike India Alpha, KMIA. Yeah, Toby, hopefully you can make it into one. We'd love to have you join on up. And again, if you are wanting to join, make sure you're set to US East. And your player conditions are set to all players. And then after this touch and go, we are going to head on out. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Key West. I'm interested to see if they fix the water masking there. Took a flight from LAX to Panama. In real life? Is that your vacation? Nice. Well, hopefully your vacation's going nice then. Ooh, I'm turning way too much here. Oops. That is what I get for looking at chat. But nice, Toby. Very nice. Hopefully you have a blast in Panama. Like the initial load, it might be a bit longer. Because it was... Oh my... What a view we got going on right here. Alright. Oh my goodness. Nice. But crap. Got so distracted by the F-18 there. Load time might be a bit longer. I honestly haven't been paying too much attention to it. Next time I reload, I'll have to look. Nice top ramen. Spin, yes. As of today, they shut down. They no longer exist. Another relic of the past in Flight Sim. Hey Cal, thanks for the weekend stream. Just got the Honda Jet. Gonna join y'all and test it out. Very nice, Smoke. We look forward to having you fly around. Hopefully you enjoy the Honda Jet. Oh my goodness gracious. 747 high-speed flyby over here. There's ZX6. I knew I saw that name at some point. We got Galore here. We got Castaway. Love seeing all the names up in the sky. Welcome. We got James. Very nice. Yeah, just a shame seeing the draw distance and everything reloading again. Because even looking away for like a split second, it just completely reloads the scenery, which it wasn't doing in the early parts of the beta. Really hope we can get back to that stage a lot faster. Or not a lot faster, just get back to that stage of what we were experiencing sooner than later.
300, 200, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, retard.
Isn't that call out for going idle? I'm already idle. I'm not sure if there's another step I need to do. I've always tried to wonder that. But alright, again, we're starting off from KMIA, Kilo Mike India Alpha, Miami International Airport. If you want to join on up, make sure you're on USE servers, and we are heading to Key West. So we will be heading southwest from Miami. We'll be cruising at... We'll do 10,000 feet. Why not? Yeah, unfortunately, model matching is still not correct for some reason. We always see some changes happen throughout a sim update, but it's still needing some work. Nope, Christopher. There was an update from the developers of those aircraft. I'll just read off what they said. They said this evening, with the help of a couple of you, we have identified some issues surrounding a couple of items in the EFB on both the Citation 10 and, to a lesser extent, the P180 for PS5 only. There is something that is causing a crash when you interact with a few selections in the various pages. Additionally, it's also not playing well with the map feature, as it shows up blank. Unfortunately, as some of you know, console bugs are hard to chase down. We don't have debugging tools like we do in PC. We will work with Microsoft to try and solve this, and at the moment, being that it's Friday night, I won't have an immediate update. Aside from the tablet, both the aircraft seem to perform well, but bear with us as we work through this to figure out what the issue is, and all that. To me, I'm still not 100% sure how that got through testing anyways. I mean, nobody used the EFB in the cold and dark state or looked at the map at any point in the flight. Like, it's weird to me how something like that would get past the certification, especially since it was supposed to be, you know, the things that get into the marketplace are the top of the top, you know, performance-wise and just functionality-wise. So, you know, spending $25 on a plane and then you kind of have those issues going on is something, but we'll see how long it takes to fix. I'm hoping it won't be too long, especially for those of you that have bought like the P180. I know, oh shoot, I'm so sorry, plane. That was my fault. I had gyroscope on. I was wondering why I was fighting us. But yeah, so at the moment, there's no estimated time of a fix for that problem on the Piaggio, the Citation 10, and I know the Honda Jet also does not have the working map, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have it personally, I just got it from other users. Alright, see you later, Sush. What airport is that? That was Miami International Airport. We are flying to Key West. I just want to see if they fixed the water masking down there. I doubt it, but I want to just check it out anyways. So we'll probably just head into a Key West airport. You get the point. Kilo Echo Yankee Whiskey. Where am I at? Oh my goodness, why am I going north? Oh my goodness gracious. Turn it around, folks. Hey, FMJ is here. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic weekend. And Lamar, welcome to the group. Happy to have you here. Indeed, Trevor, indeed. This camera's sensitivity down here. Oh my goodness. Awesome. We took off from Miami International Airport, which we are going to be flying over again, and then heading to Key West. Hey, you can finally enjoy the sounds as well, FMJ. Speaking of which, where is Hard Rock Stadium? We might even fly over it. Which, again, wasn't... I just picked Miami just because. It wasn't because of F1 or anything. Oh my goodness. And no more winglet howdies. Oh, this is a nice shot right here. I wonder why my traffic collision avoidance system is freaking out on the screen. I don't see anybody close to us. Oh, great. Wake turbulence can kick you out of... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Sobo needs to make it to where you can turn things off, because now there's going to be some trolls out there where people are going to be flying in multiplayer, and, you know, they'll just slew mode up to somebody and then fly in front of them and just kick their plane out of autopilot. I just don't think multiplayer players need to have the wake turbulence simulated. I know I keep saying it, but the more I experience it, the more I can see people aren't going to be very thrilled with that. And the biggest thing that worries me too is I don't want people getting frustrated with it and then turning off multiplayer completely. Because that would suck to see less people flying around in a free flight environment. And, you know, that's what I'm most concerned with. So I really hope we'll eventually get to a point where we can toggle off multiplayer wake turbulence. Are we turning? Are we good? Oh. Yep, Taco. I mean, that's the other thing too is you just know it's inevitable that people are going to utilize that for those types of reasons. Like, they'll see people are landing, they'll kind of cut in front of it just to create that, you know, all of those types of scenarios. It's going to be more and more of a thing. I'm perfectly fine having the AI air traffic doing the wake turbulence, because then, you know, the ATC is managing all that. You're going to be behind an AI plane, but you're going to have that gap in between and all that type of stuff. But with the multiplayer, I don't think it needs to simulate the wake turbulence. It really doesn't. I'm going to make a forum post about that too. Sorry, I'm just looking at the forum post. Anyways. Hey Eric, welcome to the stream. I mean, on occasion I watch F2, but the main thing I watch is F1, of course. We got a lovely group today. I love seeing all the names. Very nice. To have the ability to turn off wake turbulence for multiplayer traffic. I can see scenarios where people will get frustrated with it and eventually turn off multiplayer completely. You could be flying at cruise altitude. Another player can slew in front and kick your plane out of or just for AI traffic, it's great. Multiplayer traffic, not so much. Let me reread this here because I just want to put it in the feedback part here. We need to have the ability to turn off wake turbulence for multiplayer traffic. I can see scenarios. Let's do situations where people will get frustrated with it and eventually turn off multiplayer completely. You can be flying at cruise altitude, another player can slew in front and kick your plane out of autopilot, or just messing with players' landings. For AI traffic, it's great. Multiplayer traffic, not so much. I'll just plop that in there. Because, I mean, we're just getting a nice... I mean, I'm glad we're doing that and just having those types of examples happening live. Because imagine if you are just doing like a long-haul flight, you leave for a bit, and somebody sees your name up there, slews up in front with a bigger aircraft, and then just kind of sits right in front of you, makes the plane wobble all over the place, and then kick out of autopilot. You come back later, the plane's either still flying and way off course, or it crashed at some point because it you know, all that type of stuff can happen because of this change now. So I would either make it to where it's just gone completely, or give us a toggle to remove it. Is the way I look at it. And Savvy, we are in the southern part of Florida. We took off from Miami, which we're south of Miami now. I was too busy talking earlier, and we're heading to Key West. So if you just get on USE server, you should see a nice block of green in the southern part of Florida. I'm changing my heading to 234. that? Condor. Interesting. Oh, that was sweet. Yeah, I love it. That was a great little transition into our Spirit Airbus A321. Lovely. Oh, are you, Josh? Should be able to see you then. I don't think it's that far away. Are you J. Scotty 21 in a C-17, 83 nautical miles away? Trigger, I completely agree. I never was a fan of the V2 version in 2020 either. Like, it never, I mean, it's better now than it was a long, long time ago, but yeah, the V2 was never a favorite of mine, even back in the 2020 days. I'm sorry, KO. Hopefully you'll be able to make it to a flight. Is this flickering happening on the stream too? I mean, it's very subtle, but it's gone. That was weird. Anyways. Right there, another picture. Oh crap, the thing was still on the screen. I hope this... see it on the stream. That's weird, because on my screen here it picks random times to, I don't know, it's now it doesn't flicker. Oh no, it's back again. Interesting. Hope it isn't my new monitor freaking out, but we'll see. Can already tell Key West isn't going to be right, because this is already all still... I don't know why they haven't fixed this yet, because this has been broken for a long time. The Key West satellite imagery. It just never loads in properly. And it's like that the entire Key West stretch, too. Very odd indeed. Let me pop back here and see this A310 off our wing. It is 4 corners. It always looks really cool, too. And nice top ramen. Nice. I guess you could say howdy to the Airbus A310. NJ, yep. So I decided to pop into the Spirit Airlines livery for the start of today's stream. We got ZX6 in one as well. Oops, that's not the button I meant to hit. It is now the A630, apparently. Oh, hang on, I gotta look out the left side of our cockpit window. Yeah, man. I still feel like multiplayer performance has dropped as well. I mean, we've had bigger groups together before, but we'll see if it's just plane dependent. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. We're still good? No. I did not mean to do that. Sorry, plane. Thought I was in showcase camera. But yeah, what I was gonna say is, we've been in big groups before, and the performance was a lot better in the past. Because, I mean, even being without anything really going on below us, there's still some drops and freezes happening. Need to fly by here. I hear somebody else. Oh. There's M. And Jed. But, we are heading to Key West. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and bring our speed on down to 200 knots. And then we'll descend here a little bit. I just want to lose some of this airspeed because we are 37 nautical miles out. Just want to lose all this airspeed here, and then we won't carry as much speed once we get to our cruise altitude. And now we shall get our descent going here. US East is where we're at. And Brandon and I took a red-eye flight from LAX to O'Hare in the old silver pixel livery. I'm going to make sure to get that livery when the marketplace fully opens. I'm still a little bit worried about that on the PlayStation side, if we're going to even see the livery packs. Only time will tell, but I'm not sure how strict unlicensed things are. I do hope it eventually gets the livery packs, because I know a lot of you have been looking forward to it this whole time. So we'll definitely see. But I agree, Paul. It's always cool seeing familiar names flying along with us after all this time. But yeah, a shame to see Key West is still looking ugly. Because it didn't always look that way. I mean, I think this broke back in, what, Sim Update 2 or something? Maybe even earlier than that? And no, it's not because of our altitude. Even when you're next to it, it still doesn't do anything. Oh my. Is that because of slew mode? Or not slew mode, sim rate? Oh my goodness. Oh my, okay. I don't want to look at that anymore. Let's bail out of autopilot and auto throttle, please. B-jams, most of the time if you spawn at a handcrafted airport, you know, Tokyo or Amsterdam and stuff like that, the chances of running into the plane not working correctly are very, very high. So just kind of spawn in a quieter place and you won't run into that issue. It was a regression with the Sim Update 5 release. Nope, ATRs and the 5 Aviator Edition planes are going to be updated on May 5th. Yep, B-jams, yeah, unfortunately spawning the airliners at bigger airports for the most part. I mean, there's some outliers, I mean, there's also some places where if it's not a handcrafted airport, it can happen as well. So it's random. But if there's an airport where you're constantly not able to do it, it'll be like that until an update comes out to fix it. Yep, Jim. Absolutely. They're like, why are all these planes heading here right now? Got names all over the place. And thank you, Paul. Yep. The more I'm seeing multiplayer wake turbulence, the more I dislike it completely. Not a fan of it. And just so you know, if you are flying with me, if you get in front of me, it's all good. I'm glad I'm just getting more and more evidence of it. So don't be worried if you do get in front of me on accident or anything like that. I'm not mad or anything. It's just it's great to get more examples of it. That way other people can see it, and then hopefully we can get a setting to disable the multiplayer side of that. It's always funny landing at Key West because you're like, oh, I'm going to line up for that runway. That's not the runway we're landing at, though. MK Studios did a fantastic, because we did a video over the Key West update they did. Such a great and well-made airport from them. I'm hoping we'll see some airport add-ons too from these first 20 items on the PlayStation Marketplace. The Boom Supersonic needs a better draw distance. It's pretty short. Because you see it for a little bit, and then not too far away, it fully disappears. Hey, somebody replied to me already regarding the wake turbulence. In addition to the possibility of deliberate wake griefing, the people who knocked me out of the sky so far all seem to simply have been blissfully unaware of the consequences of their proximity to others who have the feature enabled. Yesterday there was a random player in a chopper in Innsbruck. We both started engaging in some friendly emergent gameplay. Okay. But he ended up knocking me into the river like Thor's hammer. I almost felt more sorry for him than for me, because I at least knew why that had happened. Because, I mean, yeah, if you're intentionally just doing it, then sure, you know, everybody understands it, but it's going to get to that point where there's going to be some GTA Online shenanigans going on with it. No doubt. Seems to be in a flood on the highways? Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, there's just so much wrong with Key West, and it's been broken for probably over a year now. So it's always a shame that a sim update comes out, and there's still nothing done with it. Not sure why. Because, yeah, bridges are missing, and I don't know, something just... It's the same... Because I think Niagara Falls is still broken as well, which has been broken since 24 released on PC and Xbox. Hey, I see Top Ramen is at the airport. Very nice, welcome. We got J Tactical. Oh, nice, Jay. Very nice.
1,000.
System keeps crashing loading the C-17. Interesting. I'm going to test it out here. And Paul the King, I see you've made it as well. Very nice. Yeah, but see, I don't want that to be the thing in order to negate wake turbulence. Like, I don't want to turn off functionality in order to avoid that issue when in reality the wake turbulence shouldn't be simulated with multiplayer traffic at all anyways. Because I don't want to not see multiplayer players while I'm flying around and, you know, all that type of, you know, it's just, I don't want to have to go into settings and turn things on and off in order to avoid dealing with things that shouldn't even be a problem to begin with. If that makes sense with what I'm saying. Because if the solution to the problem is turning off key functionality to avoid an issue, then something's not being done correctly. Lovely first flight of the stream, everybody. Everything okay, Spectre? Looked a little sideways on the runway there. Get a little wide shot of this. Looks great. We got Newt Newt as well, and Heatmaker. Welcome to the flight as well. I know some folks landed at the other airport. We got Volvo over there, and Ludo, and Wrath. Hey, we got DJ Sticks as well, and Hernandez. Nice. Teenage Gust in the air back there. Very cool. Welcome to the flight as well. Alright, FMJ, thanks for flying along with us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Alright. Taking off from the taxiway. I love it. Hey, we got KJ here as well. Nice. Oops, I didn't mean to do the pushback. I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. I was just trying to shut this thing off. What's Hernandez flying over here? Oh, 172. We didn't see anything, Hernandez. Alright, let me switch planes here. Let's fly. We'll do a little CL415. Alright, Marcus, thanks for flying along with me. Enjoy your food. I hope so too, Four Corners. Hold on, let me look through the fuselage here to get rid of my static port cover. Where's the... Oh. Why is this such a weird thing to grab? Hang on. There we go. There we go. Just gonna scoot over here for a second. German flag on the Skymaster? Nice. what's new in career mode and company liveries and painting? So it seems like we're a long ways away from being able to change the liveries in career mode. Still don't know why that's such a thing, but unfortunately it is. And regarding new in career mode, the oversized cargo, so heavy and super heavy, remote cargo ops, and eVTOLs. So all certifications are finally unlocked. But yep, we're on US East servers with all player condition, and then of course we're at Key West, Kilo Echo Yankee Whiskey. And from here, you know what? Maybe we'll go. Oh, I mean, that's gonna be a long flight. Well, maybe not too long with the CL415. I think we'll head over to Cuba. I haven't flown around Cuba yet, so we'll do that. I agree, Paul. I'm just, you know, hoping for the best is all I can say. American Airlines coming in. And an Embraer. Nice PC-24 Jed. Oops. Oh, I lost control over the trigger when I did that. Okay. Good to know. Won't do that anymore. To Cuba we go. Let me guess, I forgot a gear pin. All right, to Cuba we go, everybody. You like that sick drift we did for landing? There we go, that looks better. Slew mode definitely comes in handy for these live streams, for sure. But yeah, hopefully this won't take us too long to get down there. It's alright, we can keep ourselves occupied with a few water landings. Yeah, another example of model matching not working correctly. We got a Phenom 300 as opposed to an A10. So yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's really changed with that. Unfortunately. Because Sim Update 4, they did model matching. Sim Update 5, they did model matching fixes, and it still looks exactly the same as it did before. I was noticing some 737s are private jets from the AI traffic. So Seems we'll still need to be on the drawing board for that. Nice caribou, milkman. Oh wait, you're actually flying a DC-3, but yeah, now you got the all matching. So it's all backwards. Oh, I meant to go to the C-17 as well. I'm sorry, I'll check on that still. Am I Wrath 176? No. I'm Cowtown. I mean, that is true. I mean, you know, Paul, the way, if you put it that way, then yes, things have improved. Now instead of the A-10s turning into, or every plane turning into an A-10, the A-10s are turning into everything else. Geo, hello, hello, welcome. Nice, that looks cool. Oh, Pigtowns is here in the F-27. J Tactical in an F-18. Well, there we go, Stony. I find it odd, somebody from the PMDG team was saying, indeed, happy people fly, unhappy people post. And that gives a total incorrect impression. The number of people active on forums is a tiny fraction of all users. I don't agree with that at all. I just find it weird, like, whenever anybody has any critique over something, especially in the sim, it's just, I don't know. And I get it, you know, there's people that are saying like, oh, but, you know, I've said this too. It's a huge sim. There's nothing else been done like it before. But the other side of it is, they're breaking things that weren't even broken before. Like, there were planes that were great and working properly everywhere. So when you have that experience and everything's going well, especially after what we dealt with the Xbox's original release, I know most of the people in the forums are PC players, so they don't really care what happens on the console side of things. But regardless, if people are having legitimate complaints and concerns, it shouldn't just be tossed out as, oh, only unhappy people are on the forum. If they don't talk, they're having a great time. Based off of our live streams that we've done, I know a lot of you are having the same issues as well, especially when it comes to the airliners and the memory losses and crashes and things like that. So it's just weird to me that a PMDG dev would be saying anything like it. And I'm glad somebody responded to him saying, I'm honestly pretty shocked to read something like this, both as a PMDG fan and as a systems architect at an S&P 500 software company. Dismissing forum feedback as just unhappy people being loud is a convenient narrative. But it's also a risky one. Those tiny fraction of users you're talking about are often the most engaged, most invested customers, the ones who care enough to speak up instead of quietly walking away. And guess what most silent users do when they're unhappy? They don't post, they churn. And he goes on to say some more. He made a great post. I had to like that as well. Because it says, so the real question isn't whether forums reflect the entire user base. For sure they don't. The question is whether you're willing to ignore one of the clearest early warning systems you have or not. Because if you do, the wrong impression you're downplaying today turns into lost customers tomorrow. Shout out to Chris. Yeah. Because it's always weird to me how there's people, or there's always some accounts too where they're always defending it no matter what the complaint is or anything like that. But you can't just say, oh, well, I'm on PC, so I don't really, it's weird. It really is a weird thing, so. Because all I do know is there are a lot of legitimate concerns, especially when it comes to the console version of the sim with Sim Update 5's release. It's as simple as that. This isn't a whole, oh, people are just overreacting, or this isn't an example of being like, well, there's nothing else out there like it. I've used that before, but for things like this, that excuse doesn't hold up. It doesn't matter that it's the whole world, it doesn't matter the extent of the sim. They're breaking things that weren't broken before. And they need to be called out for it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And I mean, if they're breaking key components, because I've never seen that. Out of the thousands of hours I've spent on the console version of the sim, with Xbox and now, of course, PlayStation, I can tell you right now, with the times we've done airliner stuff from both first-party Airbuses and third-party stuff, I may have seen a Wasm crash once or twice. And now I see it almost consistently when you spawn in at handcrafted airports. That is a major problem. So when people in the forums just dismiss that stuff, it's pretty sad to see that. Because that was even happening with a community manager. Because somebody, right after SU5 came out, they talked about the Airbus A350 having that Wasm crash. And the first thing they said, well, third-party planes, that's not our problem, you need to talk to them. And then a lot of other people were writing, it's like, hey, this isn't a third-party only issue. This is happening with your own Airbuses. And 737s. Nothing more so with the Airbuses. But, it's just stuff like that is really disappointing to see from just the flight sim team themselves, third-party developers dismissing, it's ridiculous. And the other thing is, if you're a PC player and you see people on console complaining about things and you don't play on console, we don't need these snark replies of whatever. Like, there was one post on there writing about all this stuff, and then at the end it's like, I'm just a PC player. We don't care then. If you're not having zero experience with the console version of the sim, your input makes no difference to us. If the PC version is doing great or whatever, that's great. I'm happy for you. But the console side of things is not. It was a very bad update for PlayStation and Xbox players, especially when it comes to the airliners. So quit this nonsense on the forums, trying to dismiss things. I mean, the fact that people try to act like everything in the sim is 100% perfect is just ridiculous. So I thought I'd just kind of talk about that, because I'm just overseeing that crap. I really am. CJ's, it was the, just the overall feedback part where it says PC, Xbox, PlayStation. And it's one of the recent replies from today from Chris. So again, shout out to him. That was a great post. Replying to that. My altitude is... I think 5,500? Oh, what did I just hit? I don't know why I just hit it. Hang on. I hit a button I wasn't supposed to. Yeah, 5,500. I'm going 180 knots. Hey, Real Aviation King, happy to see you back in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Are any of the new planes worth getting? I mean, it's really all up to you. If you're looking for a new private jet, you got 4 options to go to. Again, I know the Piaggio's not a jet. I just put it in that category. You get what I'm saying. 3 of them are career supported, so if you're looking for new career ones, you got 3 options there. If you're not too interested in a private jet, maybe not. But again, it's really just all dependent on what you're looking for. Just keep in mind the Piaggio, the P180, and the Citation 10 are both having tablet crashes, especially on cold and dark, and you mess with the in-cockpit tablet, and the map doesn't work on that tablet. So just letting you know, there are a couple issues with those planes. But if that's not a deal breaker for you, you really can't go wrong with it. The Honda Jet's a great one. The Citation 10, I bought that one. We flew it around a little bit. Seems to be doing okay. I need to test it without multiplayer, though, and go from that. Was it Top Ramen's King Eric? Because I think I did see that with the props not spinning. There's a few, like the EC-135, I believe that still doesn't have rotating blades in multiplayer models. I'm Mokale, hopefully I pronounced it right. Very nice, Trevor. And nice, Top Ramen. Glad to have you with the group. Absolutely, James. I mean, I'm just trying to get everybody's feedback from what you guys are experiencing and trying to relay all of it as I can. And appreciate the support, James. Appreciated, Zach. Bought the 737-800 from PMDG, amazing aircraft, even though it's $75. That's the thing that keeps me away from their planes. I mean, I get it. If you're really into airliners, then it's worth it. But for me, I can't. I just can't. But I'm glad you're enjoying the plane. See, and then somebody replies, it's just they go back to the whole, like, that's the way they always revert to, because they get called out and then they just say, well, you know, the sim's complexity and everything like that. It's like everybody understands the complexity of a sim, but when it comes to things that weren't broke the entire time and are now broken, what does that have to do with the complexity of the sim? You're changing things that don't need to be changed, and it's just whatever. I'm done with the forum. Just sick of seeing that. And yeah, unfortunately, Wake Turbulence is on console, yes. It needs to be turned off with multiplayer because it's pointless for multiplayer aircraft to be simulated on that. We talked about that earlier in the stream. I love seeing that plane, though. I want that in the sim to actually fly around in the E2. That thing is so cool. We got Cloaked Raven in the sky here as well. Nice. Silent is here. And I think Silent is in that Citation 10. Nice. The Dominator. That's a new name. Welcome to the flight as well. No, not the gears, please. Oh. Oh my, what? Oh. Oh, and we're back. I was like, what's going on there? Oh, why do they still go? Oh, goodness gracious. Get back up there. Get back on up there. Hey Darren, welcome to the stream so far. Having a lovely community flight with everybody here. And we got a lot. I love... Oh, we got Maxie as well. Welcome to the flight. I don't think the water drop is simulated for multiplayer players. You should be the only one seeing it. I'm surprised nobody's made that plane yet. I don't know why that's interfering with my zoom button so much. Maybe I'm not holding triangle early enough. So just interacting with the gears still. Patrick, make sure your server is set to US East, and then, of course, under flight conditions in the free flight menu, make sure you're set to all players. Because your multiplayer may not be on, or you might be set to live players, even though you'd still see me, because right now we are running live time and live weather. Speaking of, let's do a little water landing. Since we've almost made it to Cuba here. Look at that EFB though. Oh, I think I know why it's doing that, because... Nice, that looks great. Love seeing all those plane icons down there. Yep, Patrick, hopefully that helps. You'll be able to join on up with us. Oh. That's why. Because triangle, I keep forgetting triangle's tied to my water, to the water drop. So with my triangle left and right on D-pad to zoom in, that's why it's doing that as well. Get our probes down, please. We got a boat over there. Seems like their draw distance has increased at least. Oh, E2 going for a water landing, nice. Nice. Still acts really weird on the water, though. And I don't know why it's doing all that. I think we hit another tile or something. Oh, it keeps refreshing the... I don't know what's actually happening, to be honest with you, but I keep seeing the water reset, which then leads to it doing some weird things. Like that. I don't know what it's actually doing, to be completely honest with you, but I guess it wants to be a dolphin. Oh, see? There you saw the water reset. I don't know why that's happening, but okay. Very nice. Oh, reset again. Reset again. Reset again. Why does it keep doing that? What is this? Oh, this is obnoxious. Weird, it happens less in external camera. Alright, Jed, thanks for flying along with us. Hopefully your work shift goes by nice and quick. Yeah, Herminator, it can be the most realistic copy of a plane. I'm still not going to spend that much money on a plane anymore. I did that a couple times, but I'm done with that. Yeah, but I'm not talking about the flaps. I'm talking about the water resetting. It was not working correctly. There was always these drops happening. It shouldn't be doing any of the dolphin thing. Like it's just, I don't know. Odd things out in the ocean. Hey John, no worries at all. Welcome to the stream. And media, yep, I see you. I see Big Tree Key. Oh, I didn't mean to drop the water. Keep forgetting that. Gonna zoom in. Dropping the water in front of Pig Towns. Oh, this glitch is still here. This has been here since 2024 came out. Cartoon mode. Just kind of hanging out, floating above inside the cabin area. Let's see again, stuff like this. It's like, why is that not getting worked on? Craziness, folks. Just craziness. Nice T38 Volvo. You excited for the new Volvo truck in American Truck Simulator? I might need to get back into that. I was gonna wait for the console version, but that doesn't seem like it's coming out anytime this year. Cruise ship. Oh, I only have one cruise ship, but outside of some cool exterior views, there's really not much going on with that. I really hope the Juice Goose or the Project Cart from God Friends makes its way over to PlayStation. We might just get 20 private jets, though. We shall see. Oh, Radby. Oh, no, that's actually an A10. You're not actually in the Citation 10. Nice, Rick. Wizz Air, right? Based off the bottom of the livery? The pink or the magenta? It is Coco. It is. ATS is the best and only truck driving game. Well, of course, you got Euro Truck Sim, too, so, you know. I love both American and Euro Truck Sim, but any other truck game out there, yeah, just not worth the time in the slightest. And Main Man with 50 months of being a member. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing this lovely weekend? 50 months. That's awesome. Very much appreciate the continued support. Plane? This is the CL415. And that is the ES30. No, that's the ATR. What am I looking at? Never mind. Look at the ES30 for a second. That's the Citation 10. That's the F-18. Got the Caribou over there, even though that's not really the Caribou. Great. I still think this one's overly finicky. Yeah, great. Now I get to see that the whole time. That's why I don't really fly the CL415 too much. I gotta baby this thing every 2 seconds. That was a delay in the wake turbulence right there. That's a good question. I don't think I'm going to be making it to any airport. I guess we'll go over to... Let's do Mike Uniform Papa Bravo. A little bit down the coastline to our right. Very nice, Bandit. Very nice. It'll be all the way on the left side of the scroll bar, because it'll be in the new section, but it should be there. If it isn't, just do a restart of the sim, but I've never seen anything ever happen with it not immediately being available correctly. Spirit dead? It is. Ceased operations early this morning. Oh my goodness. I'm sure that's not a Piper. Or the Beechcraft 19. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Saved it. Alright, that's enough CL415 for a while. Just gonna land this thing in the water, and then I'll just switch to another plane here. See? See how the ocean, like, completely drops like a foot? Weird. Wonder if it'll do it at slower speeds. Yep, there it is again. Come on, do it when we're really slow. Yep, there it is. It just reloads the ocean for some reason. Okay. Well, that's enough water flying for me. Look at that, though. That's awesome. What in the world? Look at that. Very much appreciate everybody stopping on by and flying along with me. But yeah, anytime you buy something from the marketplace, they made this change. I don't know, I think it's kind of a pointless one, but anything new will be all the way on the left side of the screen. So be sure to check there, but if it's still not there, just restart the sim. Zlin Savage Cup is a great one, Coco. I agree. Alright, Jeff, we're probably going to be wrapping up here once we get this landing in anyways, so it's all good. But hopefully you had a blast flying along with us. I like how slew mode didn't put us into the right. That's alright, don't care. We're all good. So yeah, we're heading over to whatever I said. Mike Uniform Papa Bravo. Or Playa Baracoa. Baracoa. Yeah, Playa Baracoa. There we go. Get the right pronunciation going on there. But this is one of the 4 aircraft in the marketplace on the PlayStation. A Citation 10. Just make sure you don't really mess with the EFB. It'll lead to crashes. So. If you pretty much leave that alone, you'll be fine with the rest of the plane. You can even see the ocean refreshing from here, too. Secretly a potato. Nice. That's great. We got Ethan here as well and Randy. Happy to have you all here. Alright, Jeff. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Are you playing this in VR? No. I run into far too many glitches with the VR headset on. But yeah, regarding the new tag, that's because we bought this from the marketplace. We have 4 third-party aircraft there. So anytime you buy something new, it'll be over there on the left side of that screen. Alright, Real Aviation, see you later. And Red Spider, hello, hello, welcome. Membership is 100% off. What? I don't know what that means. Should we expect better graphics in VR and PlayStation? Is there any information about this? Just going to tell you right now, getting much information from the developers is not really going to be happening. Because everything is top secret for some reason. And nice, Lamar, very nice. I mean, not really a moment of silence for Spirit, but we did talk about it at the beginning of the stream. Because we did fly with the lovely... Well, I don't like the Spirit Airlines livery. I think it looks ugly, but we flew with it anyways in the beginning of the stream. We got some fog. Look at this. That'll be fun. Nothing can be done with the blurriness. That's just how it is. Nice United livery, milkman. Alright, I guess I should pay attention. We're right by the airport already. Almost. We'll park this over on the right. Actually, we see the runway. Never mind, don't need it. We're good. We're way too high up, though. Eventually they'll be in the regular... I don't know, they made this change in Sim Update 5 for some reason, because I guess people were complaining about not seeing their new plane. I think it's a useless feature. I'd rather it just be where it would normally be. Not sure how long it stays in the new category, but... it's kind of a useless addition to me. It will not always be on the left side. Maximal, welcome to the flight as well. Leo. Nice, Red Spider. I believe it. I still like the secretly a potato name. That's just hilarious to me. We'll do a touch and go here. Here comes wake turbulence. No? Alright, guess the Citation 10 doesn't do that, which is fine with me. Oh, and of course the 737's gotta be... oh, goodness. I don't think that setting does crap. Low looks exactly like it does in realistic. I don't think that has any effect on the multiplayer side of things. You're not gonna see it weekly, no. I doubt it. It's not gonna be like Xbox and PC where it's just every day something's coming out. It's just gonna be whenever those things get approved, and really no timeline. I have no new information about the other 16 items and when they're gonna arrive or not. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see how that all works. There's a hot air balloon in the parking spot. That's not something I've seen. I've seen pictures of it, but I've never seen that personally. I want to see one, though. Definitely want to see one. C7? No idea. I got no information for you on when we're going to see more things into the marketplace. We will just have to wait and see on that. I see somebody's in a balloon, though. That's funny. Got a balloon on the runway. I'm assuming that's what we were talking about then, because I thought it was just an AI balloon. Alright, no 737 in front of us. Perfect. Flared too much. There we go. Try not to go... Hang on. Just immediately goes into reverse and stuff without a D10 on the ground. Perfect. Oh, it is an AI one? Yeah, I don't think I see anything. Oops, that's not the button I meant, but... Yep, I got nada. Do you think they'll bring more planes? I don't know. I have no idea. Again, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Do not know what their release schedule will be like. They never talked about the release schedule or anything like that, so we're just gonna have to see when the time comes. I do too, James. I do too. Same with the C-17, instead of it just being remote cargo ops, limited time mission garbage. But alright, everybody. What a fantastic turnout this was. I love it. So cool to see so many of you still want to continue to fly along with me after all these months of the sim being out. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Having a lovely discussion. And yeah, all that good stuff. Hope they fix the little antennas from disappearing on top on this. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it does have some LED. I didn't even realize. Now it's going to bug me because I didn't even pay attention to it. Thanks for that. But yeah, hopefully the LOD will get improved on that. But, cool. Thanks for watching and flying along, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, and I will see you on Monday. Goodbye. 4 more private jets on Monday. Yep, absolutely, Paul.